What's up, guys? Dave Nader 1, 2, and 2, and today's another deck profile. I'm not gonna actually set up the green screen and stand in front of everything because I got some carpal tunnel going on because of at work. I got a mouse, and here I got a mouse, and I'm always on my phone because I'm addicted to the stupid thing. So now my wrist's all fucked up. And the simpler the video, the less I have to edit, and they actually be able to get through this thing because the title cards are a nightmare. But anyway, this is Batteryman. Let's get started. This is a really interesting build of the deck, and it's I haven't actually updated this thing in a long time. I think the last deck I put up for Batteryman was with like a Chaos variant with BLS and a tour guide and like Burning Abyss in there. So this is really old. So this is kind of the modern take on the deck. As you can see, there's a couple different engines in here, so I kind of glaze over them, but I won't spend too much time because I think you guys know how all these work. Basically, first off, we got Galaxy Soldier. This gives us tribute fodder, gets some of our Batterymen in the grave because we are running triple battery charger, which summons them back. It also gives you access to infinity, which is just really, really good. And you get a couple other rank 5s in here. Where are they? There we are. So, you know, you can kind of use this for that. And then the other one is our Ties of the Brethren. I don't know when this is coming out. I guess you could call this build a post, what is it, Dark Illusion, because that's kind of what it is, but that would be assuming that Ties of the Brethren is an OCG import. I have no idea. But what it does is you can either target one of your 9 volts or hopefully Denko Sekka, and it will summon out your Thunder King Ryo from the deck and Lightning Rod Lord or Electrifying Mustigan, depending on what one is more appropriate for the deck you're playing against. Mustigan is probably a card that maybe some of you haven't even seen. I didn't even know it existed until I put in Light level 4 Thunder enter and see what came up. And this thing's really cool. It can't be normal summoned or set, so it's a little hard to get on the field. So you can pretty much only summon it with what would be Norden or your Ties of the Brethren, but that's okay because you can just ditch it with this. It says up to twice per turn, it can't be destroyed by battle. And it says each turn, the turn player can only conduct special summons up to the number of times they've attacked, which this thing really locks out certain decks like Cosmo, where all their normal summonable monsters are very, very weak, and they need to special summon into their bigger stuff. So you'll actually see that kind of work later. This thing is so dumb. And then when you have like Thunder King Ryo next to it, they can't search anything to get rid of it. Like, it's just so freaking good. And then you got Denko in case they play a bunch of back row. And then we have Brilliant Fusion. Woot! Ryan and I have been going back and forth about Brilliant Fusion. I think it's really good. He thinks it's bricky, and it's somewhere in between, let's be real. What it does is, it lets you summon out your Saphira Knight, which gives you 2 normal summons, which means you can normal summon your Batteryman 9 volt and then slap down the Denko Sekka, that's really important. Or you can normal summon the Batteryman Charger that you got with your 9 volt. I think that double summon is actually important. I was playing without it for a while and I kept breaking, so I stuck back in, and the deck seems to be winning more than it's losing now. And then the other cool thing is Gem Knight Tourmaline. It's just a vanilla, but it is a Thunder. We don't play Garnet, we play Tourmaline, and because Tourmaline can be banished in order to use our Batteryman Industrial Strength's attack, or his effect, which lets him pop 1 spell and 1 monster per turn. So there's a little more synergy between Tourmaline and Industrial Strength, even though he's not a light. And then I guess pretty much the only other thing of interest in the deck would be Honest, because that would let you kind of protect your little Ties of the Brethren Uberlock. And I guess Supply Squad has some synergy with Batteryman 9 volt because 9 volt kills himself. It actually destroys, doesn't send to the graveyard, destroys. So if you summon this thing, you don't do anything with it, like tribute for batteries or fuel cell or something, it'll go to the grave and get to draw a card. And then your extra deck is pretty much whatever you want. You won't make much of it. You'll probably make Lightning, you'll probably make Infinity, and you'll probably make, where is he? Pleiades. That's it. Oh, and then Daiguster Emerald does have your synergy with Tourmaline. That's kind of cool. But yeah, you got your Panzer for instant fusion and your Norden for instant fusion. But anyway, let's get to the duels. Alright guys, it's duel time. Now, I didn't grind too many replays with this because my wrist is absolutely killing me. For some reason, the unmatched or unranked paired me up with DevBot for some reason. And normally I wouldn't show you a DevBot duel because he's playing freaking Froggy Force Field. But I do just absolutely explode. So it kind of shows you what the deck can do if it opens halfway decent. And you got, your Utopia the Lightning, Denko Sekka, and Cyber Dragon Infinity. So your Froggy Force Field ain't doing shit. And at this point, it's a lost cause for poor old DevBot. Yeah, I'll let him play that, but I won't let him play Regeki. Oh, no. Oh no, I'm sorry. And I think I'll just Monarch Stormforth his face down just to be a complete dick, because it's not a real person. Get Shrek DevBot. This next one is against a really strange, the Ritual Demise monster deck, but I opened pretty good, and I think that was the reason why he just kinda quits. Woot, Lightning Rod Lord and Ryo, your move? And then he's like, oh, well, yeah, scoop. Oh, okay, well, he said a cost. Then he scooped. I don't know why he waited till my turn to scoop, but he did. Spoiler alert, this one's against Performa Pals, Pendulum, Draco Slayer, or whatever, and I actually lose. But it's a good duel, so I still wanted to show you anyway, because I don't like to cherry pick my duels. If the deck isn't, like, tier 1 broke, I will occasionally show you a loss, just to kind of show you how it mitigates and, you know, what I might have been able to do and things like that. So I really, really wish I had a Stormforth. I didn't get it. I also didn't see the Veiler coming. I was too broke for me, but it didn't kill it, so that's kind of cool. And I think he kind of misplays. Like, if I was him, I would have gone into Lightning, I think. He doesn't for some reason. But Lightning would have smacked over me for, what, like 4,000 damage? There's no way he couldn't have OTK'd me if he used Lightning. But instead, he just kind of does some awkward, more standard Pendulum move, I think, because he wasn't thinking. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he doesn't, you know, wouldn't have played it or something. I don't know. What the fuck is he playing? I haven't even looked at this. Yeah, he's playing it, so he's a scrub. But anyway, he leaves me with absolutely no life points. Get that 300 in with your raffles, which it was a terrible move on his part. Ooh, Veiler. No, not that. That's totally why I played him. Oh, see, that's not good. But I managed to still get out the 9-volt and do some serious some comeback. Like, I actually had a shot. Problem here was I didn't read, was it Dynastor Power, because I'm lazy and stupid and a big old scrub, so I actually probably would have been a little bit better place if I didn't misplay like that. And he goes into Vortex. That was a pretty good top deck on his part. Was that a top deck? I don't even remember. But, smack. Oh no. I need a good card. Oh, Ty's the worst top deck ever. And I said it, and he's like, oh, whatever. He might have thought it was like a Mirror Force or something, so he smacks me with that stupid bug. But alright, that was that loss. And this last one's against Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is kind of a anticlimactic final duel, but it does show you off the Ties of the Brethren and how broke Mustigan is. Mustigan is freaking just so good. OMG, get that double draw off a 9-volt, all the combos in this video. And at this point, he pretty much had really nothing he could do. Like, he just couldn't play. So I was like, alright, fine. Denko, smack, smack, smack. You can't summon shoot. And the problem with his deck is it's just like Cosmos, where all the normal summonable monsters are too weak to actually get an attack in. And even if he did, I get honest, so who really cares? But yeah, there ain't nothing he can do, so he quit. Alright guys, that was the deck and a couple of duels with this thing. This is actually really fun. It's a little more combo-oriented than Batterymen tend to be, which is kind of where I want to go with it, because I like Batterymen OTK, but it does get a little old, you know, when you're playing a full tournament by the last round. You're like, oh my god. How many times can I, like, 9-volt charger in a fuel cell, into another fuel cell, swing, oh, it didn't work, okay. Like, that gets really old really quick. So I kind of want to do something a little bit different and really tech it out and see what it can do. And let's just kind of hope that we can get this Ties of the Brethren soon, because this card's really cool and it's so good with deck out. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And remember, guys, if you don't troll the meta, who will? I'll see you guys next time.
Use the Celtic Guardian, Yugi. I don't have the bloody Celtic Guardian.
Alright guys, this is Ryan's Odd Eyes Magician deck profile, and it's 42 cards just to drive me nuts. First off, the thing you're going to notice is he's not running Apex Avian. This is a choice personally made by him because he feels it's a little expensive for what it does. It's fun, it's a good negate, and it really does lock out certain decks, especially if you have playing a back row variant. But the problem is it's pretty much unsummonable if you don't have scales, and it can kind of brick your hand. It doesn't actually forward your game state at all, so he kind of wanted to go for maybe a little more go kind of build as opposed to a stun build.